This is your best friend, Savage.
In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an absolute classic that I consider to be one of the best of all time. This is why I'm so excited and so completely hyped for this video. Doing this video is absolutely amazing because, well, before doing it, I didn't even know that you could still play this game. With Westwood Studios closing down quite a long time ago, I thought there wasn't a bat chance in hell that I would end up playing this game again. I still have the original Westwood CD copies when I first experienced this about 15 years ago. Obviously playing it on and off since then, not so much recently or not so much in the past couple of years, I don't know, maybe a few times. And this was really only because I was playing it solo. Some of my most cherished moments with this video game has been when playing it online. This was around the same time that I was playing Counter-Strike 1.5 or 1.6. Both hold such a significant stronghold on what I most enjoy about PC gaming and what got me so hooked back in the day. Both are accountable for the biggest inspirations and the most influential to me as a gamer. Now obviously there are a few other games that kindle that same passion from this kind of era, and I'm pretty sure we will explore those games in the future. But for now, let's take a look at Red Alert 2 in 2020. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. So Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 came out in 2000. This means that it's 19 years old, and actually will be soon 20, well, on the 23rd of October. God, does that make me feel old. I believe, and this is my opinion, that it holds one of the best real-time strategy experiences, well, a game can deliver. With the expansion of Yuri's Revenge in 2001, the player can control one of three factions: the Allied, Soviet, and obviously Yuri's army. Each faction has its own strength and weaknesses, as you would imagine, and the ability to control each individual unit and use them to the best ability is all a part of the meta and will ultimately define whether you are victorious in your crusade or whether you get, well, defeated. The game does focus on all-out warfare. You can attack from air, land and sea, and there is a huge emphasis on economy and resources, because you do need the wealth in order to build your base, build your defenses, and also build your offense. Doing this when under attack is no easy feat, let me tell you, especially when it does come to the multiplayer. Although the game does have you covered because you can play against bots in order to learn the basics of Red Alert 2. I highly recommend going against brutal bots straight away, especially if you do intend to play it online, although you can lower the difficulty and have a casual time with it. Learning how to build fast in this game is a necessary, although slightly jarring task. Using units in the right way like engineers and spies will drastically change the way you play, and it's so goddamn satisfying when you send in a spy to disable the power of an enemy's base and then send your entire army in just to destroy it. So satisfying. Or you send a spy into an ore refinery and steal all that hard-earned dosh. It's definitely the finer details within Red Alert 2 that make it so worthy of glory. Especially with the added content of the psychic abilities of Yuri's army, the gameplay became, well, a diamond. A diamond that has stood the test of time. Can we also take a minute out here to talk about expansions back in the day? Yuri's Revenge was almost like another game on top of Red Alert 2. It had its own single player, it introduced new maps to the skirmish and online, the new faction, and when I first got my hands on it, it was almost like having Red Alert 3 in my hands. Almost a full release. Why did we ever backtrack? Why did we ever do the DLCs that weren't any good? Also, both games were fully working at the time of launch. Another accomplishment for the good old days. Okay, so let's move on to the 2020 experience. A massive shout out to my friend Snoopy Tom, who told me about CNC.net. Well, we were chatting on Discord because we were wondering about the functionality of playing it online, because at the time I was playing solo skirmish against brutal bots. One click later, I found myself on the main website. We wasn't actually sure whether or not it was still a thing, but it turns out, yes it is, and boy is it glorious. All you have to do is download a client, and I will leave it in the description as well. You will be able to play Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 in full 1080p HD. The client is an open source community that is compatible with modern OSs, so Windows 10 and below, which is actually amazing because a lot of problems can happen with older games when trying to run them on the new operating systems. Compatibility workarounds was something that I had to do in order to actually get the game to work off Origin, and even then the game still flickered. Not with this client though, so that's brilliant. It uses a nice fast peer-to-peer connection and even offers an anti-cheat system. But wait, I've not even told you the best part about this all, and that, my friend, is the player base. The current population on Red Alert 2 alone is about an average of 3,000. Holy shitballs. And I use that term sparingly. That actually blew my mind and was insane when I first saw it. When Westwood Studios went down, I did hear of people trying to resurrect Red Alert 2. Honestly, it's a game with a pretty big community behind it, even till today. But 3,000 in the modern age? That's just insane. Absolutely insane. To emphasize the fantastical nature of this all, I think I've been the loudest that I've ever been in a video in this one. It's also rather funny that my window's open as well. People must think there's just a raving lunatic about. But it's Red Alert 2, how can you not be happy about that? Having 3,000 people playing it. A legendary game that has aged like fine wine, has stood the test of time, has a great community, an anti-cheat system, and will rekindle that passion you once had for the Command & Conquer series. And the reason why I do say that is because CNCnet does actually offer peer-to-peer on the other old Command & Conquer games. I highly recommend going and playing Red Alert 2 for its gameplay, for the community, even if it is just to have a few moments to yourself and experiencing a blast from the past. This is a gem, a diamond. And that, my friends, is my final words on the classic Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 in 2020. So thank you for watching this video. You can like the video, comment what your thoughts are on Red Alert 2, subscribe to the channel, or consider becoming a part of the Discord community, because, well, what's the worst that could happen? You might just find that you're like-minded gamers just like us. Yeah, probably. Anyway, with that said, I've been Jaguar from Tech Evolve, and I will see you in the next video. Oh dear, I've actually got a tear of joy in my eyes. What an emotional video. Well, it's over now. Well, yeah, until the next passion project, which I'll do it all over again. Anyway, goodbye.
Feeling of helplessness is your best friend, savage. Feeling of helplessness is your best friend, savage.
Is it done, Yuri?
No, Comrade Premier. It has only begun.
This ain't right. You shouldn't have to beg for help from anyone.
Feeling of helplessness is your best friend, savage.
I can go anywhere.
Feeling of helplessness is your best friend, savage.
Engineering. Got the plans right here.